Hi, Jim Gordon back with another small cap interview. Our location on this day is the Fairmont Pacific Rim Hotel in Vancouver, just across the street from the Vancouver Resource Investment Conference, where we have taken this guy. I'm pleased to welcome Mark Moss. He's a Sound Money Advocate, radio show syndicated on iHeartRadio, YouTube show, and markmoss.com. Mark, glad we could grab you over here across the street. Thanks for joining us.
It's a pleasure.
As I said, you were on the floor. Let's get your reaction. I haven't been over there today because we've been in here. Vibe, energy, you tell us you're one of the experts. What are you feeling over there?
I think the vibe and energy is pretty good. You know, I think luckily the timing has worked out where gold's gone a pretty good rally right now, and so gold and the miners are doing pretty well right now. So I think the energy is high because of that, right? Everybody's kind of in the money, so to speak. So it's been good. You know, a lot of people passionate. You have a mixed bag of people over there. I think, you know, you have the investors, right? And and then you have the sound money advocates. And I like the sound money advocates because they're thinking about trying to change the world, right? They're really trying to find a better solution than this fiat money system that we have. And then you have the investors, and they're chasing money, and I guess that's not too bad either.
Let's talk about, I noticed with you, one of the credentials you have is Sound Money Advocate. Can you break that down for our viewers? Someone may not really fully understand what you're talking about. Yeah,
I mean, if I was going to break it down super simple, I think it's just that I would say almost every problem that we have in the world today, almost every problem in the world today, I'm going to repeat that again, from obesity to incarceration rate to homelessness rate to you name it, is because of the money. Is because of the inflation, because of the fiat money system that we have today. And so we like to say, fix the money, fix the world. And I think if we can fix the money, we could fix almost all the problems in the world. And I think I say almost because it's not one simple quick fix. But if you trace things back to the root of the problem, they almost always stem from the money. And so sound money could fix a lot of the problems that we have in the world today.
Tell me about your radio show too, which I mentioned at the beginning. Is it can be found syndicated on iHeartRadio. Talk a bit about what you talk about on the show.
Yeah, you know, my kind of quick backstory was I had done very well in business for myself, multiple different businesses, exits, lots of real estate investing, and then 2008 came and got wiped out, right? Just got blindsided by that. And after the shock and despair wore off a little bit, it was like, okay, well, let's figure that out. And really, you know, in my research, it was like, man, I didn't understand this whole financial system, this whole financial casino that's going on. And, you know, that was right around with Ron Paul pushing into the Fed and Occupy Wall Street and all that. And that's kind of where I latched onto gold, and it was like, oh, okay, well, this is the problem, right? We've inflated the currency. We keep printing so much money. It leads to these banks doing all these risky things. And so, you know, I kind of went down that path pretty heavy, and became a gold bug. Then about 2015, I started buying Bitcoin. And for the first time, I finally felt like, ooh, we actually have a tool. We actually have a way we can change the system now. And so that really fired me up. And so then I started making content for that. And so that's why I say Sound Money Advocate, because I was a gold bug and now I'm a Bitcoin advocate. But really what I'm trying to push is sound money, which I think Bitcoin is the best option for. But so I started talking about it, started talking to friends and family, and word kind of spread, and I didn't shut up. And one thing led to another, you know, and now I'm getting, I think, 5 million views on my channel last month. And so people seem to like it. So really it's, you know, it's about the money, but as I said, fix the money, fix the world. So what does that mean? So basically every problem relates back. So a lot of macroeconomics, geopolitics, you know, where politics crosses into finance, I'll talk about that. I don't talk about politics for politics' sake. But, you know, it seems like people are very thirsty for that knowledge, for that information. It seems like a lot of people are waking up. I think from my perspective, we're really seeing this bifurcation in people where you have at least half, if not more people, are happy just to be numb and just dumb and just watch whatever's on TV. But there's a big group of people that are waking up. And they're realizing that there's this education, this information out there. And you see it, you know, the rise of Joe Rogan, obviously, but, you know, with the podcast, the YouTube channels and whatnot. And so, about a year ago, a little over a year ago, year and a half ago, iHeart reached out and they're like, man, you know, we love your show, we love your channel, we'd like to syndicate it more. And it was almost like a little step backwards. Like, who goes on radio? Like, I don't need that.
This is like new age. I mean, this is not the radio that I grew up with.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need that. Like, I've done this on my own. But we did, I'm trying to reach as many people as I could. So if they want to give me a pulpit and a microphone, then I'm going to do that as well. And so that's kind of what the show is about.
Don't you also find too that it's great if you have a message you want to get to people, that you are on as many platforms as you said. You're looking at radio, but going, that's a demo that I need to reach.
Yeah. Well, certainly. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to do, obviously. But for myself, I'm trying to get the message out as far and wide as I can, right? Which is the money's broken. It's caused the problems, and we need to fix the money. And so as many people as I can get to listen to that as possible, coming to these events, obviously, these conferences. I just recently wrote a best-selling book, shameless plug. It's called the UnCommunist Manifesto. That
was my next question. If you can interrupt you, I really want you to explain that, please.
Yeah, so podcasts and radios and YouTubes and conferences and anywhere I can to get the message out and trying to wake as many people up. One thing that motivates me is in the United States, one of our founding fathers, Samuel Adams, said that it doesn't take a majority to prevail, but rather a small, irate minority keen on setting brush fires in the minds of men. And so if we can just spread these ideas, and what I challenge my viewers and listeners to is, don't just listen to this. Go discuss it. Go discuss it with your friends, your family, your neighbors, whatever, and let's just keep spreading this. Let's keep waking people up. And so there's a growing movement of it, and I'm kind of emboldened by it.
Do you find too, with kind of broad stroking here, but with discussions compared to 15 years ago, I find that the discussions, having those rational, you have your opinion, let's break this down discussions, I find those are becoming harder and harder to do than, say, post 2008, even 2009, 2010.
Certainly. It's almost like, it depends, obviously, but there is these two growing divisions or worldviews, I would say. And it really comes down to which channel do you get your news off of, and they couldn't be more different. And in my opinion, one side is open to discussion and discovery and challenging held beliefs, and the other side doesn't want to do that, and they just want to be closed-minded and believe whatever. And so then it's very difficult for those two sides to come together. I'm a freedom advocate. I believe in me. Let me do me. Let you do you. And I think we can all get along because I'm going to let you do whatever you want to do. But then one side says, no, you have to do what I say. And then, how do we agree in that type of a circumstance? So we're certainly seeing that. I believe, shockingly, that the truth is found through open, honest discussion, not through censorship. Censorship was what leads to the World Economic Forum just met last week in Davos, and their big topic, besides everything is caused by climate, but their big topic was misinformation is the biggest problem that we have. And misinformation, they say, is leading to all types of social problems, including distrust in media and this and that. But the reason why there's misinformation is because they don't allow discussion. If you say something stupid or idiotic or mean or hateful, you'll be found out pretty quickly.
Of course, yeah.
And so let those Nazis come on, let those racists come on, and they'll quickly be discredited. And everybody will see who they are, right, and talk that down. But it's through the censorship that it leads to this rampant wild speculation. If I was texting late at night in my bed and my wife's like, hey, who are you texting? And I was like, nobody.
Yeah.
Like her mind would start going crazy, right? If I said, oh, it's my mom, she wants to know if I'm coming over tomorrow, then she would instantly be at peace. And so that's how it's done. It's through open transparency. And so that's the problem that we have in media today, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think there's media. The mainstream media had the game to themselves for a long, long time, and they don't anymore.
Yeah.
And there's the resistance clearly on that. I get that. Let's talk about this new fund you have.
Yeah. So, I've been an investor my whole career. I started buying bank-owned repos when I was 18 years old, and so currently, besides all the media stuff and my advisory services that I have, I advise a VC fund, and we just launched a new fund. It's called the Bitcoin Opportunity Fund.
Okay.
We're calling it an opportunity fund. It might also be called like a distressed opportunity fund. And so the crypto markets overall have taken a pretty nasty tumble, right. Over the last year and a half or so. A lot of the crypto industry has gotten destroyed. Specifically, we're kind of focusing just on the Bitcoin opportunities. And so there's a lot of opportunities within the Bitcoin space, like, for example, in the Bitcoin mining space, which is very similar to the gold mining or silver mining space, took a big hit. And just like in the gold mining space, they go bankrupt and have to be restructured and things like that. And so we're opening up a fund to go take advantage of those opportunities. I hate to say take advantage. We're looking at it from a different perspective, which is me and my partners, we believe in the space, we believe in Bitcoin, and it's not trying to take advantage of the space, it's more about how can we help and prop it back up. And so it's falling apart. Can we come in, can we put some pieces together, pick up some opportunities, and there's some amazing opportunities out there. And if you believe in the long-term potential of Bitcoin like I do, or like we do, then scooping up assets, opportunities at these bargain prices could be a historic buying opportunity.
Hey, we're talking with Mark Moss, Sound Money Advocate, of course, as mentioned a couple of times, his radio show Syndicated on iHeartRadio. Look for onemarkmoss.com as well. Lots of stuff on YouTube. Great guests. Thank you for taking some time to walk across the street and talk to us today.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers. Thank you.